getting to work on a lot of special situations. I thought we did some good things. First half especially, I thought the ball moved a little bit better. They did a nice job of changing up their zone coverages. I thought after a slow start, and we turned it over quite a bit, I thought we did a nice job of getting the ball moving. I thought the same thing happened for a little longer spurt in the second half where they got us a little bit stagnant offensively, and then they did a nice job of really hard hedging ball screens. And then now the other thing we need to do is when they did hard hedge, we need to make some layups. I think the other day we had 12 shots in the restricted circle. We missed it. We probably had a bunch of them again today. So we need to finish some of those at the rim. But I thought the guys played hard. I thought we did some good things, and got a defensive stop to win the game, so that was good.
You mentioned the defensive stop, but then you get the shot clock violation, and they try to hit the home run ball. Was that a surprise, or were you guys looking for that?
Well, we talked about keep everybody in front of you. We were lined up behind the guards in the slots, and they had the big fella, had Zipke at the half court, so we figured something was going wrong because there was a guard behind him. So we switched it. We had, if you look on, Brandon Johnson was actually guarding the guard, and Tristan Newton was guarding the Zipke. So when they threw it, that's how Brandon was standing there. And I wasn't sure they were going to try to throw it to the big fella and then hand it back or anything, but we were fortunate that Brandon was able to steal the ball.
Obviously, a very, very good night shooting the ball from deep, but you only had 8 free throws. Is that just kind of cause and effect, or would you like more still?
Oh, definitely. But I think the zone got us, and that this is something that we talked about, and we need to do a better job. But you make a bunch of threes in the first half, and you think it's going to happen. The law of average is going to catch up to you, and we need to get to the paint more. We didn't shoot many free throws against Coppin, but they played a lot of zone. They played some timely zone possessions that put us in a little bit of a spot, but part of that I think that we didn't get to the free throw line was because we didn't attack, and a lot of it was also because they played a lot of zone, and they had to foul a bunch even at the end to get us to the bonus.
Vance obviously shot the ball well, and that helps, but he seemed like he was more comfortable tonight, just kind of operating.
He did, and he had a couple good passes after he settled down. We turned it over. I think we turned it over 6 or 7 times in the first 5 minutes, and some of them were just pass and catch type deals, pass fake, get the ball moving. But I thought he took some. Matter of fact, I wish he would have taken a couple more threes. He had one in front of our bench that he shot faked and drove. That I wish he would have probably just shot the 3. But I did think he was poised, and he didn't try to do too much. And I thought he was better defensively also.
First real meaningful minutes for Weston. How do you feel like he played?
Well, I mean, he's been at every disadvantage for what happened. Getting here late this summer, and then having to quarantine, all those type of deals. But he's getting in better shape. He's a really hard worker. He wants to please. I thought he did a nice job for not having been in the game. Battling with the Zipke and battling with Trice, and he did what he was supposed to on his defensive assignments. Made one little mistake, which could happen because he was excited. Got called for an illegal screen, but Marlon gave us good minutes, and hopefully he'll grow with some minutes.
Alonzo out, is that a short-term thing, or
We're hoping. I mean, he did it in practice the other day, and came in the next day and was swelled up a little bit. So out of caution, we held him out. Unfortunately, that would have been a good game for him. Thought this was a really good game for him, and good physical, big guys. And I think the other thing is he's crafty along the baseline. He's a good passer, and he's really smart. But he also seals and creates a lot of problems defensively.
So JJ pulled himself out there. It looked like he
banged his knee. He banged his knee again.
Is that the same injury?
Yep. Okay.
They take the lead late, and that was their first lead the second half, but it did seem like you guys panicked, and to kind of regather there, take the lead, is that an important step?
It is, and I thought Brandon made when he came, a little earlier in the second half, you recall, he drove when he was off balance and traveled. Now he gets the same move, and this time he comes to a good 2-foot stop, gets to a spot on balance, and makes a heck of a shot. It was a big-time play, and his balance was really good, but it was also, he concentrated, got downhill, 2-foot stop, elevated, made a heck of a shot.